Hi there! So, welcome back to Will's Way. I know it's been a while since I've been here, and I apologize for that. Part of that has to do with I got laid off at my job, so I've sort of been doing a lot of job search and whatnot. But I've had all the free time I need, so I don't know why I haven't been making videos, and I apologize. There's been a lot going on in my head recently, and I've been trying to sort all that out and try to figure out what I want to talk to you guys about, because there's like 18 million different topics up there. So, time for the obligatory Apollo shot. Say hi. Hi everybody. How's it going over there? I'm Apollo, and I'm getting big. Bigger. I'm still small. Right, Apollo? Okay, Apollo's gonna go play with his... He's probably gonna sleep. All he does is sleep. But that's okay. But yeah, so what I want to talk about this video, I want to talk about confidence and sort of the whole imposter syndrome thing. If you don't know about the whole imposter syndrome feeling, you should go look it up, because there's lots of works and lots of things people have done about that, and it's a really interesting thing, and it's something that I experience pretty regularly. Confidence is interesting because it's something that should come naturally to us. We should just be confident in who we are and just like, this is who I am and this is how it's gonna be. But that's not so often the case, because a lot of times the world kind of makes us not so confident in who we are. I know there's a lot of things in the world that kind of say what you should or shouldn't be, and so it makes it hard to kind of be different, because you're like, I'm not that, so what am I? I found myself thinking about this because I was going through a drive-thru, and I texted somebody saying that I might not be able to make it to one of their events, and they responded saying that they were sad about that. And for a moment I was like, man, I have great friends and they're gonna miss me because I can't make it. But then I sat there in my car alone, and I was like, wait, why do they care if I make it? And I had this kind of moment where I was like, why? What is it about me that makes this person even want to have me there? And I kind of realized that I go back and forth on my confidence levels. Like, I feel fairly confident in a lot of things, but at the same time, it's not a permanent thing. It's one of those things that I have to constantly work on, and I think confidence is like that. Sometimes we'll find those days where we're like, yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm getting these interviews on lock, or man, like, people like me, and man, I'm who I'm supposed to be, and man, I'm a great developer. But then we get those days where we're like, why did they even hire me to work on this? And I'm not that big of a developer. And we get those days where we kind of doubt ourselves. And that's common. But it's important to understand that that's just a wave. It's gonna pass. Like, those moments when we doubt ourselves, those should go away. And we should be able to realize that, you know, there's something special about us. And so if you're in one of those waves right now, where you're kind of feeling like, man, there's nothing special about me, man, I don't know why I'm where I'm at, I shouldn't be here, one day someone's gonna find out that I'm just faking it. You probably aren't. I feel like maybe to an extent there is some faking it. Maybe to an extent I sell myself as a better developer than I am, and people buy it, and I get to work at places and I get to grow. But you can't fake everything. And so if people like you, sure, you might be able to hide a lot of things. You might be able to show them a different side of you, but who's to say that's not actually part of you? And so if you're showing people parts of you but not all of it, they like those parts, and those are the parts that they're liking, because they're seeing that. And so even if in those moments you're like, man, everything they don't know about me they don't like, the things they do know about you they do like, and that's genuine. Because sure, you're gonna get those people that will just hang out with you because they need someone to hang out with, but most people, especially later in life, like once you get past high school and you're in that college stage, like, most people aren't gonna hang out with people that they don't like. It's a thing. Like, you don't have to anymore. Like, in high school, you kind of had these cliques, and you had to hang out with the band people when you were in band, or you had to hang out with these people in these classes. And you might not have liked them, but they were someone that you interacted with on a daily basis, so you had to pretend. Once you get out of high school though, like once you get to college, and especially once you get out of that and you're in the workforce, in the working world, and you can kind of do whatever you want, live wherever you want, you don't have to interact with people you don't like. And if you don't like them, you can get rid of them on Facebook, and you can do stuff like that. So if you think people only like you because you're only showing them likable things. Sure, but I mean that they're legitimately liking what they're seeing. Because if they're not, they wouldn't still be there. So that's something to be confident about. Sure, it gets interesting when you have something that's kind of darker or more secretive or things that you don't know if people will like. Because you're never entirely sure if telling people that thing will be the thing that makes them say, you know, I'm done. I don't want to like you anymore. And that sucks. Because everyone kind of has those things that they don't show people all the time, and they kind of keep close to the chest. And they only reveal when they're close enough with people. And hopefully when you get to that point when you're close enough to people that you share that with them, they don't care. And most of the time they're not going to. If they're really good friends, they're not going to care. So you should be confident in that the friends that you've built up and the relationships that are strong shouldn't be broken by simple things. If they are, then it sucks, but they probably weren't actually that strong of friendships to begin with. And this is weird because I'm generally like the gung-ho friendships are fantastic and whatnot, but recently I did kind of have a friendship completely crumble, and it sucked, and I had to deal with that, and that was new, and I kind of had to reevaluate everything and my stance on things. And sometimes a friendship isn't meant to be, and that's okay. You can't expect to be friends with everyone. You can try all you want, and it's gonna work most of the time, I bet, if you try. And if both parties are legitimately trying, it's gonna work out. But there are just some people that don't mix with other people, and there's just clashes, and that's okay. It's life. Not everyone has to be compatible with everyone else. It would be really awesome, but that's not so much the case. Takeaway, I hope that if you're going through that moment where you don't feel confident in who you are, you can take solace in the fact that I like you, because you're sitting here watching this video. That right there says enough for me to like you. I love you all. Don't forget to smile. I'll see you soon, hopefully. I might have good news as far as the job search goes too. So there's that. Yeah, adios.